Good evening. Welcome to the UK Quarantine Quiz, Little Les edition. It's Wednesday, 8 p.m., 17th of February. Hi there. As always, I know we've got joining us tonight the Five Alls, the Fam, the Lobsters, and hopefully some others. For those teams joining us haven't played before, and those, please bear with me. I'll quickly go through the rules and regulations. On highlighted at the top is in yellow your team captain. He or she can change their minds at any time, but it's your last answer, team captain, that is submitted. So you can change your time, your answers several times. Teams, you can talk to one another in the chat screen. On the left-hand side, I can't see that. My son Mark in good old USA is the only one that can see that. Just to make certain that you can hear us, please type in 1 in your chat screen, team captains. Please type in 1 in your chat screen so you can hear us okay. We ask the questions, 10 questions to each round. You get 60 seconds after I've spoken and read the question out. You get a 10-second countdown. Last question, you do not get a 10-second countdown. You get a 10-second countdown from me. I think that's everything covered. If you want to speak to Matt, you're having technical difficulties, just put @host and write whatever the problem is, or query a question, or give him grief.
Just call me Matt.
Matt, I did say Matt. Mark, it should be Mark. I've not been on the pot.
Dear.
And there may or may not be lag because Mark is in America. So our bit of string, we've restretched it. So I don't know if there is lag, Mark. Is there?
I don't know because my video screen is being taken up by the Coventry Norwich game. So I can't see. There may be. Well, give us a shout.
Right. Yeah. If you experience lag, let us know. So we'll give you a few more seconds. And there's a request from Moose to be made captain as well.
Yeah. All right. I'm on top of it. You do your job. I'll do mine.
Right. So just to make certain that all your answers, we are receiving all your answers. Question 1. Example. What color is George Brown's hair? And he is my grandson. I said he might be listening on the stream that's running live. So what color is George Brown's hair? My grandson. Very unusual color, George Brown's hair.
Only
this is just
2% of the world's population has this hair color. Did you know?
Yeah, I did. 2.8% to be perfect.
And now everybody who wants to know who Matt is, by the way.
Oh, Matt is the other half of my daughter Laura.
Yeah, there you go. So you normally call me George. That's why
I normally call Mark George, and I normally call George Mark.
It's a sign you're getting older.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So I'm busy saying hello to everybody, by the way. So tonight so far, and give me a shout if I missed you, we've got the Five Alls, the Fam, the Interstellar Sea Slugs, the Frazzled Lobsters, Cosmic Cabbage, and Team Momo.
Right, so the usual crowd. So, have you got answers from everyone, Mark?
Hang on, just trying to change some captains. Bear with me a sec. Okay, Moose, you've now got it.
Anyone else? Any other team want to change team captains? Just let Mark know.
Okay, you've got it. All right. There we go. I think everybody's sorted.
Right, good. Let's get underway then without further ado, as they might say. Just get my timer ready.
Do we know if George is watching?
Do we know if George is watching? I don't know. So good evening, George, if you are listening.
Yep.
In fact, at 10 to 8 this evening, I bet on a horse called Boy George. Whether it's one or not, I don't know. I'll look it up.
Bedtime?
I'll look it up during the music round.
Must be past his bedtime, surely.
What? Yeah. Well, he's a young 13-year-old lad.
Yeah.
So he needs his rest. I'm certain he's in bed.
All right. Anyway, if you didn't know the answer to the example question, because I do have everybody's answers in, it's 'tis a twinge of the ginge.
He's a ginger.
He's a ginger. He's an orangutan.
Politically correct or not, that's a fact.
Hey, it's all in our. I think he gets it from great grandmother.
Or the milkman, one of the two.
There you go. All right.
Right.
Moving swiftly on.
Here we go. Let's get underway then. First round is history 2020, all to do with 2020. So here we go. Question 1. Nicholas Parsons sadly passed away in January 2020. What was the name of the panel game that he hosted for all but 4 episodes of its 52-year run? So Nicholas Parsons sadly passed away in January 2020. But what was the name of the panel game show that he hosted for all but 4 episodes of the 52 years that he was the host of it? And your time has started. Easy if you know them, difficult if you don't. I didn't know this one. Did you, Mark?
I did not, actually.
I didn't know this one. And it helps, guys and girls. If you don't know the answer, then just have a pure guess or pass or say, sorry, having a clue. It's entirely up to you. It makes it a lot easier for A, the marking, and B, hanging around. So if you haven't got a clue or you want to pass, please do that. And then we can move on. Saves a lot of time. So Nicholas Parsons sadly passed away in January 2020. What was the name of the panel game show that he hosted for all but 4 episodes of its 52-year run? And 50 seconds are gone. 10-second countdown coming up. Nicholas Parsons sadly passed away in January 2020. What was the name of the panel game show that he hosted for all but 4 episodes of its 52-year run? 10-second countdown.
Just trying to see what the lag is, so give me a second on the first question. And make sure everybody gets their answers in. Who are we waiting for? That was from Norwich, was it?
It was.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. They knocked the TV centre down, didn't they? Is that still there? I thought it had gone now.
No, it's gone. Right, here we go. Question 2. Due to the pandemic, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the final of the UEFA Champions League in August 2020 took place in what European city? Due to the pandemic, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the final of the UEFA Champions League in August 2020 took place in which European city? And my grandson, they are nearly called him Mark. My grandson, George, if he is listening, George, you should know this one. Being a footballer, due to the pandemic, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the final of the UEFA Champions League in August 2020 took place in which European city?
Isn't George a Barcelona fan?
He is a Barcelona fan.
He's a Messi fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Messi fan. We won't mention that they lost 4-1 last night.
Oh, they lost 4-1 last night to PSG?
Yeah, they did.
I didn't know that.
And as always, my usual bet, 4-1 and 4-2, so I was happy. Due to the pandemic, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, the final of UEFA Champions League in August 2020 took place in which European city? 10-second countdown.
Yes, they got whipped 4-1 with a lovely... Did you see the goals? There was a cracking Mbappe hat trick.
Here we go. Question 3. In December 2020, ITV's Coronation Street celebrated 60 years on our screens. But who were the original landlords of the Rovers Return? Both names required. So what were the names of the landlords of Rovers Return 60 years ago? So in December 2020, ITV's Coronation Street celebrated 60 years on our screens. Who were the original landlords of the Rovers Return? Both names required.
And yeah, I am rocking the hoodie today because it's rather cold out here at the moment. Have you
What's the
seen? Have you
what's the
seen all the
temperature,
weather?
Matt?
It's -5 at the moment, which isn't
-5.
which
How
isn't
much snow
too
you?
bad.
How much snow you got?
We had an ice storm, so the ice storm actually washed away a lot of the snow. We're getting another 5 inches tonight, I think, and then another 10 by the weekend. So yeah, it's pretty chilly. It's snowing in Texas at the moment.
Yeah, I saw that on the news yesterday.
Yes,
Right,
we do have power because on the East Coast we do get a lot of snow and ice, but we're used to it.
10-second countdown, Mark. Yeah, normally when I'm out there this time of the year and there's snow and stuff, he has me outside cranking the old generator, or either that or running in the big wind, the big wheel, don't you, Mark? Question 4. From what role did Harley Bird step down from in January 2020 to be replaced by Amelia B. Smith?
Did you
Very
know this
good
one?
question.
I knew this one.
I only knew this one because I read it in the newspaper about a couple of days after I'd written it, or sorry, a couple of days before I'd written it. From what role did Harley Bird step down from in January 2020 to be replaced by Amelia B. Smith?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who knows this one.
Pretty tough round, I think, this one. History 2020.
Yeah, I'll say, but it's only last year. Or was everybody too drunk last year to remember everything?
Yeah, they were in zombie mode. Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. From what role did Harley Bird step down from in January 2020 to be replaced by Amelia B. Smith? Right, here we go. Question 5. The death of African American George Floyd Jr. in May 2020 sparked protests around the world. In which US city was he killed? The death of African American George Floyd Jr. in May 2020 sparked protests around the world. In which US city was he killed?
Some funny answers to the last one.
I really had to think on this one. I got it right, but it took me about 5 minutes to remember, which is no good when you're doing the quiz and you've only got 60 seconds. The death of African American George Floyd Jr. in May 2020 sparked protests around the world. In which US city was he killed? Right, 10-second countdown coming up. Question 6. As a result of the pandemic, the National Health Service opened new field hospitals up and down the country. In which UK city was the Louisiana? Say it for me, Mark.
No, go on.
I can't say it. Jordan Hospital opened by Princess Anne in April 2020. Have I spelled that right?
You're asking me? I don't know. What, her name?
Yeah,
Louisa?
Louisa.
Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Ah, right.
Louisa.
Okay.
Louisa Jordan Hospital, opened by Princess Anne in April 2020. In which UK city was the Louisa Jordan Hospital opened? There you go.
You've been drinking again.
Yeah.
It's that alcohol-free Beck's. That's
No, it's the Coke Zero. I buy that 20 or 30 bottles at a time now.
because that's healthy for you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh well, I went down to Iceland and got 11 bottles today. Cleared the shelf. But they're doing away with it.
And you wonder why you're unhealthy.
They're doing away with it, I think, in 6 or 7 months' time, because they've now decided that it's unhealthy for you. After being on sale for so many years. Right, 10-second countdown is on its way. And now question 7. What was published in print form for the last time in 50 years in July 2020? I thought this was a good question. I didn't know the answer until I had to look it up. Question 7. What was published in print form for the last time in 50 years in July 2020?
Yeah, I remember reading this a lot. It used to be the highlight of my day reading this. Seriously, not joking.
Yeah.
Pre-internet days.
What was published in print form for the last time in 50 years in July 2020?
Yep, pre-internet days. This would come out. Would sit there on a Sunday afternoon reading it. And I'm not joking.
Financial Times, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, 10-second countdown. What was published in print form for the last time in 50 years in July 2020? So it's been around for 50 years. So I'm trying to work out 50 off 20. What's that? 1970?
I'm not going to help you out. It's funny to watch you try and do maths.
Hang on. What was published in print form for the last time in 50 years in July 2020? Question 8. In November 2020, who became the first artist to score a top 5 UK chart album in 8 consecutive decades? Quite an achievement. In November 2020, he became the first artist to score a top 5 UK chart album in 8 consecutive decades. Quite a feat, that one.
Yeah, I love how people are getting the question 7, the last question. That's going to surprise a few people, I think.
Oh, talking of which, Mark, when I went to get my Coke, I can remember as a lad in 1962.
Here we
go. I can remember as a lad in 1962 buying fruit salads. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to the shop, I thought, fruit salads, not what I'm supposed to eat them. But I thought, well, I'll buy a packet of fruit salads. They come in packets now. So I got a pack of fruit salads. It cost me 50 pence and I got 10 fruit salads. If you convert 50 pence back to pounds, shillings and pence, in my day in 1962, for my 10 shillings, i.e. 50 pence, do you know how many fruit salads I could have bought?
Go on then.
960.
Wow. It's almost
now,
like the world has moved on.
Has inflation moved that great? So 960 to 10 in whatever, how many years it is, right? 10-second countdown. Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
We've moved on to the next question.
Question 9. The UK started the rollout of the COVID-19 inoculations in December 2020. What was the name of the first man to receive the inoculation? Now, that is a good question. One everyone should never forget. Part of history, the UK started the rollout of the COVID-19 inoculations in December 2020. What was the name of the first man to receive the jab or the inoculation of COVID-19?
Yep, he even made the news over here.
And a name not easily forgotten for various reasons. Helps if you're not in the first place.
Well, that is true.
The UK started the rollout of the COVID-19 inoculations in December 2020. What was the name of the first man to receive the jab? Now, I'm pretty certain that question is going to be in loads of future quizzes over the course of time. Right, 10-second countdown. And remember, last question, you don't get a 10-second countdown, you get it from me. So here we go, question 10. In November 2020, what became the first game to be invented by a British person to be inducted into the United States National Toy Hall of Fame? If you don't know, have a guess. But you've got to guess a British game invention. In November 2020, what became the first game to be invented by a British person to be inducted into the United States National Toy Hall of Fame? Being American, Mark, did you know this one?
I did not, actually.
So 40 seconds gone, 20 seconds left. I'll give you a few more seconds as well. In November 2020, what became the first game to be invented by a British person to be inducted into the United States National Toy Hall of Fame? Right, so 10 seconds countdown coming up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get your answers in. That's your lot. Let's go through the answers.
Okay. Try and figure out what the lag is. Doesn't seem too bad. But here we go.
Right, here we go. Nicholas Parsons' 52-year run. The panel game show was called Just a Minute. Number 2, the answer is Lisbon. UEFA Championship League in Lisbon. Jack and Annie Walker were the original landlords of Coronation Street. Jack and Annie Walker.
Okay, hang on.
Or Annie and Jack, whichever way round you want.
Ooh, you're being nice. Mr. and Mrs. Whippet Flatcap.
Close.
Close.
They were the second people. Harley Bird was the original voice of Peppa Pig, and it was Amelia B. Smith that replaced her.
Did you know there is actually a thing called Peppa Pig syndrome over here, where American kids are speaking with an English accent because they watch so much Peppa Pig.
Yeah, and in England they're going around like that.
Seriously, it's true. You can't make this. Only in America. Seriously.
Yeah, only in America.
All right.
Number
I marked
5.
everybody there.
The answer: African American George Floyd Jr. was killed in Minneapolis. The Louisa Jordan Hospital was opened by Princess Anne in Glasgow.
Right, the next one. Let's see who got this. Ooh,
Argos Catalogue. What was published in print form for the last time in 50 years in July 2020? The Argos Catalogue.
Yeah, and before the internet.
How many of them put down Encyclopedia Britannica or something like that?
There was a couple of those.
Yeah.
Only one team got that right, and you know who you are. So good job,
right.
guys.
Good job.
I loved it.
Nice
Because you would bring the catalogue home and look through the toys and like circle everything you wanted before the internet. Don't forget.
Yeah. Number 8, Cliff Richard became the first artist to score 5 UK. And number 9, It was William Shakespeare was the first man to receive the inoculation for COVID-19. William Shakespeare. Watch out for the spellings.
Yep, I think I got everybody.
And number 10, Jenga, British game invented in the United States Toy Hall of Fame, Jenga. And Jenga just happens to be a Zulu word. I know that.
I'm sure there's another story behind it.
There is, but I won't explain because that could be a future question.
And yes, the find the most expensive item in the Argos catalogue. That was always fun. Yep. That was always a good one. Or the biggest TV. Yep.
And when Mark was little, I used to look in the catalogue and you say, I want that. And I always used to say, oh no, the number says it's run out. Right, here we go. Good evening. The Frazzle Lobsters, Love and Les. Thank you very much. 8 points. 5 alls, 7 points. Cosmic Cabbage, 5 points. Team Momo, Trying to Forget 2020, 4 points. The Interstellar Sea Slugs, 4 points. And the Fam, 3 points. Hang in there, guys and girls. It could be your next round. Could be your better round. Round 2, picture round, as always. And it's pictures of people that appeared on the front of the Radio Times. All I want you to do is tell me who that person is appearing on the Radio Times. First name and surname. So here we go. Question 1 in front of you. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here.
I think it's a tough round.
It is a tough round. But if I make it easy every week, or easier.
Tough round, this one. You're not gonna like little Les for this one, guys. I don't think.
From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here.
And hang on, I'm just moving my camera around.
I used to quite like this guy. Right, so 30 seconds gone. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. As I always say, remember, celebrity in the eyes of the law definition is a well-known person to members of the public, 2 or more. So, as I always say to you in Quizland, you're all celebrities. Right, so 10-second countdown, Mark. When you finish playing around with your camera, that's it. You look just as ugly as ever. Brilliant. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. If you don't know, just put someone in so we can move on. Question 2. I don't know what's happened there, Mark.
Oh, that looks a bit funny, doesn't it?
That looks very dodgy.
What happened to that one?
What happened to that one? That looks to me as though it's a cross of the last one and the new one.
Yeah, that's very odd. What happened there?
So I reckon it is something you've done.
Oh, that's right. Blame me.
Go back to number 1 and then go back to number 2. See if that works.
That's a bit odd, isn't it? All right. Well, how about we send question 3, then we'll come back to this one while I go fix number 2. How about that?
All right then. Yeah, do question 3.
All right. Because that's a wee bit odd.
I don't know. You're very clever, but you've been too clever this time.
No, I don't know what happened there.
Right, question 3, Radio Times. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. As you say, tough round this week. Picture round. So from this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. And I don't know what you've done, Mark, but you just lost. There I am back again.
Yeah,
not that everyone wants to see my ugly mush.
I'm having to multitask the multi panels. There's all sorts of craziness going on.
Just don't screw it up for the rest. We can always miss out that last question if it box it up.
Would I do that?
Right, so 10-second countdown. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. And I haven't given you any clues, so it's a case of, well, who is he? What does he look like? What's his name? That could be a good answer. What's his name?
What's his name? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
All right, we'll go back to try
question two. Go back to question 2.
There you go.
From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here.
I look a little bit clearer to everyone, I hope.
That looks a lot better, Mark. Everyone might not know who the hell he is, but I was going to give you clues and things like this, but I thought, nah, let's have a sort out the girls from the ladies, the boys from the men, the oldies from the youngsters.
Yeah, I said that these were tough. There's a lot of older ones in here as well. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, tough ones.
Right, so 10 seconds coming up. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. If you get 5 out of 10 this round, you're doing well.
I would say you're doing very well if you get half of them right, yeah.
Right, so let's move on. And question number 4. We've already done number 3. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. First name and surname to score. Both must be correct to score. What is that little... Is that your egg timer keep going, Mark?
Yeah, for some reason my headset's having a wobbly. Hang on a second.
So from this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. As I say, if you get 5 out of 10 this round, you're doing well.
Yeah, bear with me. I'm still here, but I might disappear for 2 seconds.
That's all right. Put the 10-second timer on before you go. Ten seconds coming up. Question 5. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. I think this is an easier one for you all. I'm judging from the age groups through at the course of the months that we've been quizzing, and you've joined us, that most of you will remember or know of this person. Whether you identify him or not, it's a different matter. But from this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. So 40 seconds gone, 20 seconds remaining.
All right, I think that fixed the problem.
Right, so 10-second coming up. When Mark gets back to his desk, or there we go. So he can obviously hear me.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm back.
So,
don't worry. I'm not going to leave you with little Les.
Right, so here we go. Question 6. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. First name and surname required. again, I think I wouldn't say easy, but
I thought this was probably the easiest one in the whole round, to be honest.
well, it depends on whether you know this person regarding what subject he does or doesn't get involved with. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely difficult. Because sadly, he's no longer with us. I can't remember what year he passed away. So from this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. Right, so 10 seconds remaining. Let's have a 10-second countdown. Question 7. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. Of course, what I had to do is dig out all my Radio Times, go through the cupboard, get them from underneath my bed, scan them in.
Of course you did.
And that's how you make a quiz round. Called the Radio Times quiz round. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. You spoken to Quiz Lad lately, Mark?
Only to shout at him to reboot the server.
Good old Quiz Lad. Where would we be without him and Quiz Wife? Right, so 10-second countdown coming up.
Yeah, that's a good point, Chris. We know that that's not true because little Les trying to figure out how to plug the scanner in. Yeah. And yes, we don't want to know about the magazines under little Les's bed. Absolutely.
Question 8. From the Radio Times front cover page, identify the first name and surname of the celebrity you see in front of you.
Yeah, Julia. I don't know if that's I think you may have a little bit of lag on your end. You might want to hit refresh.
And Julia, refresh is F5, isn't it, Mark?
It is. Wow, look at that. Little Les knows hotkeys.
I know that because I've got a tape written above it. It says, this is the refresh button.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's impressed. Probably got it like highlighted in...
No, it's in red.
It's in red, is it? There you go.
Yeah. Right, 10-second countdown coming up.
Not on a Mac. Oh god, little Les on a Mac. Took me 20 years to teach him how to hit refresh on a PC. Right.
10-second countdown coming up.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're getting answers in because I had to refresh everything. There we go. There we go.
Question 9. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. Now, I can remember this one. I used to watch him every Saturday night in my youth. Way back. I
was going to say, these all like, I feel like these are all pre-1970 or something. These are all pretty old.
From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. Very famous guy, always on TV, always on a Saturday night.
Yeah, I can't say I recognise him. Before
sort
my
of like
time.
21, 22 million people used to watch him. Right, 10-second countdown coming up. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity you see in front of you. Who is he? If you don't know, just put pass or put my name or somebody's name in so we know you've submitted an answer and we can move on. 10-second countdown coming up.
Yeah, I think that got a few people stumped.
And last but not least, from this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. Who is this? Remember, you don't get a 10-second countdown on the screen. You get the 10-second countdown from me. I'll give you 60 seconds, and then I'll give you another 10 seconds on top. From this Radio Times front cover page, identify the full correct name of the celebrity shown here. Not too easy around this week on the picture round. Not intentionally intended. It's just the way it worked out. So we're coming up to 60 seconds, which will be now, and I will give you another 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's it. That's your time up. Let's go through the answers.
Hang on a second. I just want to make sure we've got the 5-alls back. Can't have lost Julia. Yeah, we've got her back. Okay.
Did Julia manage to get answers in?
Yes, I think we lost her for a few minutes.
Julia, was there any answers that you missed?
That's all right.
Just let Mark know.
I'll throw in a few extra points for you, Julia. Don't worry. And nobody else can moan because she gives away beer. Come on. Okay. All right, let's go through the answers.
Right, okay, let's go for the answers. Here we go. Right, first one, Jimmy Edwards. Jimmy Edwards. Actor, film star, comedian, appeared on TV quite a few times, and also mostly started off on the radio. Matt Monro. If you know your James Bond films, Matt Monro sung one of them.
Yep, I got your spellings.
Just watch the spellings, yeah.
Yep.
DJ Simon D. BBC One, Radio 1, Top of the Pops, Simon D.
And you wanted the full correct name, is that correct?
Yeah, so I need Simon and I need D.
Ooh, all right. Asking for a friend.
Yeah, it says it there. Full correct name. Can't be any different, I'm afraid.
Before they start shouting at me.
No, it says there, full correct name. So Alistair Cook is number 4. Alistair Cook. Number 5, I'm certain everyone got that one. Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas, yep. Everybody spelled it completely different, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Everybody got that right, but everybody spelled it differently. Okay.
I always remember your mum. She always just walk around with a "Who Loves Your Baby" jacket on. Number 6, Patrick Moore. Number 7, Robin Day. Number 8, Russell Harty.
Yeah, I'm impressed how many people are actually getting some of these. These were tough.
Number 9, Wakey. It's Billy Cotton. That used to be his Saturday night show. It used to be Billy Cotton and his big band sound. Wakey, wakey. That's what you always should say. Billy Cotton.
Hang on. Da, 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 da. Yep, sorry, Sea Slugs, I can't mark you correct because I didn't get an answer in.
And number 10, one of the Monty Python crew, Eric Idle.
Oh, well, that shook the leaderboard up a little bit. So that was a tough round.
Yeah, we can't make it easy every week.
Yeah, but no, I was impressed. Cosmic Cabbage, the Fam, and the Sea Slugs. You all did really well on that round. And I'm not saying what that implies.
Well, like I say, like I say, every week and every quiz, some people have good specialist knowledge on certain things, and when it comes to picture rounds, I'm rubbish. Doesn't matter what the subject. Right, Cosmic Cabbage, good one. 15 points from third place to first. Good effort. Frazzle Lobsters, 14 points. The Fam, nice one. 13 points. Very good. Five Alls, 10. Interstellar Sleesugs, 10. And Team Momo, 8. Again, it depends on your age group and era, so we shall see later on. Round 3. Remind me, round 3, Mark. You did tell me.
Round
I forgot already.
Is herbs and spices.
There you go. We're going to spice it up. Did you see how I sort of like led into that? You know, we're going to spice it up, and we're going to have a round all about herbs and spices. Right. Question 1. Which herb is regarded as the king of herbs by many leading cookery authors? Don't care what you think or what I think. What herb is regarded as the king of herbs by many leading cookery authors? And this round, even though I wrote the questions, herbs and spices, not my speciality. So if I was on your quiz team, I'd be lucky if I get 1 or 2 this round. But I'm certain there's some chefs out yet amongst you. Cookery, you indulge in it, male or female? Which herb is regarded as the king of herbs by many leading cookery authors?
Have you ever actually used a herb or a spice?
I did look up what the difference between a herb and a spice was actually. Right, and that was very interesting.
Have you ever actually used any of these?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No. 10-second countdown. I kindly ask someone to use them for me.
Yes. Little Les is not much of a cook, people.
Question 2. From which tree is the spice mace, M-A-C-E, obtained? From which tree do you obtain the spice of mace, M-A-C-E?
Yes. Little Les does not put many spices with his Coke Zero.
No. In fact, I don't eat Indian or anything like that because it's just too spicy. I do not like spices.
Yeah, all of my Little Les cooking stories involve Little Les burning things. Or...
Yeah, I still do. The grandkids do not like me making them toast and jam.
I used to hate it when Mum would go away. We'd be stuck. We'd have beans on toast every night, and you still manage to burn the beans and the toast.
Yep, still do. Right, 10-second countdown. That's the only reason why I married your mum, for her cooking. And apart from her money, of course. Right, here we go. Question 3. Which spice, widely used in Indian cooking, is known as the queen of spices? So we've had the king of spices. So what is the queen of spices in Indian cooking? Which spice, widely used in Indian cooking, is known as the queen of spices? I'm just trying to think all the questions of this round, 10 of them, and I don't think I know any of them.
I think I knew most of them.
But then that's why each week I try to include a different subject, a different topic, a different theme, so it covers a broad spectrum for everyone's general knowledge. Just because of the fact that I don't know it doesn't mean to say that I'm not going to include it. Which is why it's a general knowledge quiz.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, Richard. Richard said it was character building. That describes pretty much my entire childhood with Little Les.
Right, so 10-second countdown. Well, it made you what you are today, man. Sad.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it's got to be a good thing. Question 4. Which herb added to soups and stews is usually removed prior to serving? Well, I'd have said the tin myself. Which herb added to soups and stews is usually removed prior to serving?
I was going to say, I do remember the time. Do you remember the time you cooked us, because we'd run out of beans to put on the toast, so you cooked us cream of mushroom soup? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And you put the tin in the microwave, and it started sparking. I'm surprised we survived. I really am.
Yeah, how you didn't get food poisoning, I must admit that.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if you remember one time I did get really serious food poisoning. I took a chicken straight out of the freezer and cooked it, and boy was I ill.
Yeah, when everybody comes down to gospel, it's all right. We're all eating down the 5 alls every day. That's fine.
Right, here we go. Question 5. In the children's TV series The Herbs, what type of creature was parsley? Now I got this one. In the children's TV series The Herbs, what type of creature was parsley?
Yep, somebody was just talking about this in the chat. So.
Well, hopefully they got the right answers.
Yeah, there you go. See the cabbages. Did you see I added some cabbages today? We have cabbages around.
Oh, I hadn't spotted them.
Yeah, look at them. We got little cabbages now.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
We're getting there. I'm slowly doodling.
For the cosmic cabbages, right? Right, so here we go. 10-second countdown coming up. In the children's TV series The Herbs, what type of creature was parsley?
Yeah, I think everybody got that one.
Question 6. With over 150 varieties, which common herb is said to provide relief from an upset stomach? With over 150 varieties, which common herb is said to provide relief? That should be from an upset stomach.
And yes, lobsters are next on the list. Don't worry. And carrots.
What? One could argue that there's lots of herbs that will relieve you from an upset stomach, but which one has over 150 varieties? That's the crunch of the question. With over 150 varieties, which common herb is said to provide relief from an upset stomach? So you might say, oh, that herb does that, that herb does that, but are there over 150 varieties of it? That's the question. 10-second countdown. With over 150 varieties, which common herb is said to provide relief from an upset stomach? So question 7. Which spice, synonymous with Christmas, are the dried flowered buds of a tropical tree? Which spice, synonymous with Christmas, are the dried flower buds of a tropical tree? There you go. I bet you're impressed with me saying synonymous, aren't you, Mark?
Yeah, you got that right away. Yeah. We've been practicing that all day.
I have. Over my Weetabix this morning, I said this Weetabix are synonymous with my cornflakes. I kept saying it over and over all day. So I'm going to say it again. Which spice, synonymous with Christmas, are the dried flower buds of a tropical tree? See, different rounds every week, different themes, different topics to give everyone a chance. What you may or may not specialize in, what you may or may not know, general knowledge. So 10-second countdown coming up. Which spice synonymous with Christmas are the dried flower buds of a tropical tree?
I'm just reading everybody's crazy cooking stories, horrible things they've eaten, like green chickens.
Question 8. What type of flour does fennel have? What type? Start again. What type of flavor does fennel have? What type of flavor does fennel have? I'm just trying to think. One of the most. I think that, and I don't know what it was, but I think the worst tasting thing I've ever had in my life was when your mum and I were in Hawaii and we went to. We actually ended up, I don't know how, in a Korean restaurant.
So I bet you it was kimchi.
I don't know what it was, but it was absolutely tight for about 3 days afterwards. Even when we flew back on the plane, I was still, and I hate to be rude or crude, but I was still like belching, and I could still taste this horrible food, whatever it was I ate. And I've never ever been near a Korean restaurant ever since.
I bet you it was kimchi.
Right, 10-second countdown coming up. And in fact, the story that goes with it, we were the lady that invented Tipp-Ex. There you go. Work that one out, Mark. Who was the lady who invented Tipp-Ex? Question 9. Which herb is commonly used as to flavor the tomato on pizza toppings? Which herb is commonly used to flavor the tomato on pizza toppings? Again, the word is commonly used because you can put whatever herbs you like on your tomato pizza toppings, but the question is which herb is commonly used to flavor the tomato on pizza toppings?
Yeah, I was going to say that depends on which pizza you're eating, but yeah. Don't you hate it when people say, I'm not telling you the worst thing that I ever ate? Come on, Julia, you know you want to.
Well, Saudi Arabia, when I was there for a year, I mean, we had some weird and wonderful things, the same old sheep's eyeballs and these testicles and all this and everything else. But like I said, that Korean food that I had,
It was probably kimchi, which is a fermented cabbage.
I don't know what. Yeah, that it sounds familiar actually. The as you say, cabbage.
Yep.
Right, 10-second countdown coming up.
It's a pretty popular dish.
Oh. Right, here we go. Last question. Which spice is said to combine the flavors of cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, hence its name? Which spice is said to combine the flavors of cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, hence its name? Now, your mum was watching a food program yesterday, and this American chef had all these. And before she said it, I said, oh, that is what it is, because I know I've asked that question on Wednesday night. Which spice is said to combine the flavors of cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, hence its name? Remember, you don't get a 10-second countdown. You get it from me. So I'll give you 60 seconds. And because of lag or whatever excuse I want to use, I'll give you another 10 seconds on top of that. And I will count down. So 50 seconds gone. So I will give you a countdown now. Your minute is up. So no excuses. Get your answers in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time up. Let's go through the answers. Did you find it easier than the last round? Let's see.
All right, here we go.
King of Herbs, basil. As in Faulty Towers. Spice is obtained from nutmeg, a nutmeg tree. The queen of spices is cardamom, cardamom, cardamom. Number 4, bay leaf.
Bay leaf, yep.
Number 5, the herbs, parsley was a lion. Number 6, 150 varieties provide relief from upset stomach is mint.
Yep, ginger is also known as a stomach settler.
But it does not have 150 varieties, which is why I kept stressing that fact.
Yes, I was just about to point that out for those of you that answered ginger.
Which spice synonymous with Christmas are the dried flower buds of a tropical tea? Cloves. Number 8, fennel, type of flavor, aniseed. Number 9, oregano is the type of herb used commonly to flavor tomato on pizza toppings. Oregano.
Or oregano, if you're American.
Oregano, if you're American. And number 10, allspice.
Yep, not mixed spice. Mixed spice actually contains allspice, which I didn't know until I just looked it up.
Yep, so the answer is allspice.
Because I thought there might be some controversy on that, because you could say it was mixed spice, but no, it's the other way around.
No, mixed spice and allspice are different spices.
Yeah, all right. Interesting round. Let's see how we did after that one.
Right, let's see how we are. Cosmic Cabbage remains on the top on 25. That 1 point in front of the Lobsters. 24. The Fam, 18. The Interstellar Sea Slugs, 18. Team Momo Radio Gaga, 17. 5 all 17. Right, so over to you, Mark. This round, again, it may be easy or difficult because it's all from the 60s and 70s. And it's a genre of music called bubble rock. Definition of bubble rock, Mark?
I think you put bubble gum, didn't you? Let's have a look.
Bubble gum, yeah, bubble gum rock.
Music.
Bubble gum music. Do you want the official version or do you want my version?
Go on, let's hear your version.
My version of bubblegum rock is a tune that has a catchy melody, possibly repeated melody, and it's usually a one-off record as well. But then there were quite a few groups in the 60s and 70s and beginning of the 80s that came up with bubblegum rock or bubblegum music, which hopefully you'll hear in a minute, or the intro. So I need you to tell me the name of the group or the artist. Is that correct, Mark?
That is correct. Group or the artist. Yep.
Group or the artist. Okay, so I'll pass over to Mark.
All right. You switched over. Yep. All right, so we'll put this on. A few more cabbages on this one. All the cabbages are hanging out, trying to run away from the slugs. So, let's have a look. This is not the easiest of music rounds, but I guess it is, like Little Les says, it depends on who you've got on the team and what you were into. So, we are, do you put the years? No, this is just 60s and 70s. You're going to get 10 seconds of this piece of music, and we want to know the artist. So here we go, your first playthrough. Hang on. When it wants to play. Bear with me a second. Alright, let's try that again. Here we go.
Children behave.
Alright. So, hopefully you could all hear that. I need to juggle some things around a second. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this is a tough one, I think. I can see from Little Les bopping away that he can hear it, but I'm going to play that again. Here we go. First 10-second playthrough of question 1.
Children behave.
Alright. Why is Little Les all the way over there? What's he doing? There we go. Let's put him in the middle. Right. Alright, we're getting answers in, which is good. We're looking for the artist or group. I think a lot of you may know the song, but not necessarily who originally sang it. Bit of a clue there. So I'm going to play it for you one more time, just because we had a bit of a hiccup to begin with. And I need to know that you can hear it, so Little Les, the only way I can do that is if you dance in a silly manner. Plus it gives us something funny to look at.
Children behave.
I know it wasn't much of a clue. I know. Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start with a clue on some of these. So, clearly nobody has a clue on this one. So we're going to move on to question number 2, which is a little bit easier, I promise. You may have actually heard of this artist. So you're going to get 10 seconds of question 2. Here we go.
Take the
All right. You're not bopping away there much, Little Les. Come on. I need visual clues that the music's getting through. Yeah, and I am going to allow for a little bit of lag. So, again, I'm getting answers in, which is good. So here comes your second 10-second playthrough. If anybody can tell me what the hell Little Les was just doing. I have no clue. Again, we have the ambulance at the ready. St. John's ambulance is stood just off to the left of the screen. Alright, so we'll move on to question 3. Shadowboxing, yeah, could be. Could be fighting with his imaginary friend. Alright, I could give you the years. Is that going to help? Is that going to be a clue? Actually, I don't think it would help anybody. I can give you the year if you want, though. So this one is from, you're going to get 10 seconds again. This is from 1968. Here we go.
I'd like to play a game that is so much fun, and it's not so very.
I don't know what he's doing. I really don't. I did actually know this. I couldn't tell you who sang this, but I did actually know this song. Yes, I have a feeling a lot of people might actually know this song, but the question is, who sang it? So here we go, the next 10-second playthrough.
I'd like to play a game that is so much fun, and it's not so very hard to do.
And the fact that there's a little bit of lag behind me playing the music and little Les bopping away is actually quite funny. Alright, we'll give you... I'm impressed people are getting this. The video is actually quite funny. Have to admit. Alright, we'll give you a few more seconds to get your answers in, otherwise we will move on to question 4. And, all the way up to 1969 next. So we're slowly moving up. And I'm trying to account for lag. Alright, question 4. You're going to get another 10 seconds from this 1969 song. We're looking for the artist or artists or group. Here we go.
Sugar.
Alright. Again, I knew the song. Couldn't tell you who sang it. I'm sure a lot of people have probably heard of this song. There are a few. Actually, yeah, there's a few well-known songs on this. But yeah, the question is, do you know the artist? I'm impressed. People clearly do. So here we go. Your second 10-second playthrough.
Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
Alright, that was clearly longer than 10 seconds, but I don't think the 10 seconds can make any difference here. If you know the song or the artist. And I think most people do. I'm impressed. Alright, so moving quickly. I know it was more than 10 seconds. It's just a good song. And if you knew it, which you did, then that's fine. Alright, question 5. We are into 1970. Wow, so long ago. Here we go. Alright. That was... what's he doing? He's gonna fall back. He's gonna fall back. Alright. I think we actually had this song in a couple of other rounds. We've had this before. I think this was in our guitar riffs opening quiz as well. Where I think we asked you for the name of the song, but now we are looking for the name of the artist, or artists, or band, or group. Who sang it? Alright, here comes your next 10 seconds. We're getting answers through. Little Les is busy playing his rock air harp. So we're looking for the artists, group, band, singer from that 1970s hit. I'll give you a couple more seconds, otherwise we are moving on to question 6. And we are still in 1970. Apparently 1970 was clearly a good year for bubblegum music. We've got a few songs from that year. So here we go. You're going to get 10 seconds again. And here we go. You actually got 12 seconds there. I was just enjoying Little Les's air flute. And yeah, sorry, Paul. We'll do a Baroque round. There is a Baroque round coming at some point. Classical music Baroque round. Maybe I'll write that. That's far too. I don't know. I don't know if Little Les. The only classical music Little Les has listened to is his ringtone on his phone, I think. All right, we're playing the next playing 10 seconds, second playthrough. Here we go. That was your second playthrough. All right, we'll have to do a Baroque classical round then, because it sounds like Pip knows his stuff, Paul knows his stuff. Chris, I'm not reading that joke. It's a bad dad joke. That's a Little Les joke, that is. Alright, we'll give you a few more seconds, get your answers in. Otherwise, we're moving on. We're still in 1970. So 1970 again was apparently a good year for bubblegum music. Alright, so... Question 7, you get 10 seconds again. We're looking for the artiste. Oh, bless his cottons. He's whistling away. Look at him. All right. Wow, we've got a lot of cultured people on the quiz. Claire's got Handel playing in the background. All right, we'll definitely have to do a classical music round. All right, I think a lot of people again know the title of this song, but the question is, who sang it? Here we go. It's your second playthrough. Alright, so that was your second playthrough. Who sang that 1970 hit? I assume that was number 1, actually. I feel like I know that was a number 1. And yeah, there seem to be plenty of classical music and Baroque lovers out there. You guys are not alone. Alright, so getting some answers in, give you a few more seconds. We'll move on to question 8. And we are still in 1970. You're going to get 15 seconds from this piece of music. Name the artist, group, or singer. Here we go. Alright, that was a little bit of a tougher one. Interesting music video to this one. Alright, I could tell by little Les's bopping away that he could hear it, so I'm going to play that again. Here we go. 15 seconds of this piece of music. Who sang it? Interesting one, that. Alright. Yeah, tough music round tonight. I never knew Phil Collins sang so many pieces of bubblegum music. Oh yeah, little Les, he's bopping away. He's having a whale of a time. Yeah. But yeah, lots of Phil Collins tonight. That's what we like to see. All right. Can you hear one more time? Sure, why not? Here we go. Here is your third 15-second playthrough. Here we go. Alright, hopefully you guys could hear that. I know, Phil Collins, you just gotta love the range of that guy, right? We're gonna have to do a Phil Collins round at some point. We'll have to. Just for comedy value. Right after the Tutankhamun round. Right, moving on to question 9. I didn't mention the T name. Okay, question 9 coming up. We are out of 1970. We're in 1971. I know, I'm going to stop trolling. I know, I can't help it. 1971. You're going to get 10 seconds. This piece of music. Here we go. Finally one that I think a lot of people will know. This music video is very interesting because it has all the lyrics. So if you listen carefully to the beginning, it's actually fun to watch this written out with the lyrics on. Alright, here we go. Alright.
Never knew before.
I'm gonna have to the greatest hits of the quiz. I'm gonna have to compile all these little Les bops. I think We're gonna have to do that. It's almost like he's at a silent disco. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he loves those silent discos. Whoever invented that. All right, get your answers in. Otherwise, who are we waiting on? All right. We will move on to question 10. Oh, I like this one. Although I knew the song and did not know who sang it. So, question 10. You're going to get 10 seconds from this piece of music. This was from 1971. Love this song. Here we go. And is this a Top of the Pops song? It is. Was Little Les there for this one? I don't know. I'll have to see if I can spot him. Here we go. Alright, was that 71? Yes. February 71. Interesting. Alright. We do have some answers in. Interesting. Alright, here we go. Your second playthrough. No comment. I'll comment on this when we go to the answers. Alright, I think we got everybody in. But we'll give you a few more. In fact, I want to do one more playthrough, and then we will move on and go through the answers. Yes, I think everybody knows the song. Alright, so we do in fact have answers in for everybody, so I will go through the answers. Tough one tonight. Yeah, I agree. Alright, and again, I won't play them unless anybody really wants me to. We'll avoid Little Les doing any more dancing. So, question number 1 was, yes, it was I Think We're Alone Now. Not by Tiffany. Although she did do the remake. No, did she? Yeah. No, was it Tiffany? I don't know. That was Tommy James and the Shondells. So let me just get your answers. Yep. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, question 2 was Last Train to Clarksville, which was number 1 in 1966, and that was the Monkees. Monkees, yep. Good job. I'm impressed people have got some of these. Question 3 was, yeah, this got a lot of people out. This was Simple Simon Says, Simple Simon song, which was number 2 from 1968, and the group that sang it was called the 1910 Fruit Gum Company.
They did have quite a few hits, Mark.
Yeah. Never heard of that. Now, is 1910 Fruit Gum Company the only answer that you will accept? Will you accept Fruit Gum Company?
No, if they'd have said 1910, I would have accepted it. Fruit Gum Company, no, you need the 1910 in front. That's their actual name.
1910. All right. Just asking.
It's like calling the Rolling Stones just the Stones.
True. All right. Well, I'm impressed. Only one team got that correct, and you know who you are. Jolly good. All right. Question 4. This was Sugar Sugar, number 1 from 1969. That was from the Archies. Good job. Question 5. This was Spirit in the Sky. Doctor and the Medics did do the remake, but this was from Norman Greenbaum. Number 1 in 1970. Question 6. This was Vanity Fair with Hitching a Ride number 16 in 1970. Let me just get you spellings. This is our first appearance of Phil Collins. This was not Phil Collins. Yep, I know a lot of people have not heard of these. Yeah, this was not the Phil Collins cover either. Number 7 was Edison Lighthouse, Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes, number 1 from 1970. Good job. I think a lot of people got that one. Hang on. Check your spelling. Yep. Okie dokie. Yep, I got you. There we go. All right, number 8 was White Plains, My Baby Love, number 9 from 1970. Good job. Number 9, this was the Jackson 5 with ABC. Let me just, yep, Jackson 5. This was not Michael Jackson, right? I don't think Little Les will give that to you, because it was the Jackson 5. Yep. And finally, last but not least, this got a few people out. This was the Push Bike song, which got to number 2 in 1971. This was the Mixtures. It was not Mungo Jerry.
Mungo Jerry did sing it, but they didn't. That is not the record. Different version.
Different version. Yep. So nice try, but there was a 50-50 split on that one. So half you got it right, half you got it wrong. So that was a that was a brutal round for a lot of people. But there's clearly one team that knows their bubblegum music. And again, I don't know whether that's showing your age or your genre. So I'm going to hand you back to Little Les. There we go, Little Les is back. We got rid of the Dancing Monkeys. We'll see them next week. Yeah, brutal round for some of you. So here is your leaderboard after that very interesting music round. Here we go.
Right, so we've really mixed it up this week. So here we go. Cosmic Cabbage 35, Frazzle Lobsters 29. Really pulled away. Obviously, Cosmic Cabbage music is their forte, and especially bubblegum rock. So 5-alls 26, the Fam 21, the Interstellar Sleezos 20, and Team Momo 19. So tough at the top, even tougher at the bottom. But it's between the Fam, the Interstellar Sleezos, and Team Momo. 1 point separating those three. Cosmic Cabbage pulled away. Well done, guys and girls. Yvonne and team. I don't know whether Yvonne's team captain tonight or if it's Jenny. So let us know. The Fragile Lobsters, 11 Les on 29. So 6 points difference. Will it change at the end? Let's see. It's general knowledge. 6-point lead. Are Cosmic Cabbage going to pull away and hang on to it for the first time so far? Hopefully they will, but it's not over till the fat lady sings. Here we go. So question 1. How many countries have both an Atlantic and a Mediterranean coastline? General knowledge, 60 seconds, 10-second countdown. So how many countries have both an Atlantic and Mediterranean coastline?
And yeah, this is not a connections round, so there's
Not a connections round.
There's no 3-point bonus at the end, so this is all coming down to who gets the most correct regular point questions. Yep.
How many countries have both an Atlantic and Mediterranean coastline? And just a reminder, the 24th of March, we're going to have a corporate quiz night, which you are welcome to join. But we're trying to arrange corporate quiz night for our nominated charity for this year, which is Solent Mind. All the answers will spell out Solent Mind. So the first one begins with S, then O, then L. So there'll be 5 questions on geography, then history, then music, and then the music round will still be the same. Spells out Solent Mind. Television, the pictures will be on TV, spelling out Solent Mind. So 10-second countdown, please, Mark. As I say, that'll be the 24th of March. We're going to ask for no more than 5 to a team on the 24th of March. Or you can join us on the 24th of March just as normal on Wednesday night and just play for fun. But we're hoping to have a hell of a lot more teams, and they'll be corporate teams. They'll be playing for a corporate trophy. But we will also have at the normal Wednesday night quiz like we are this evening, and we will be awarding certificates signed by the Mayor of Gosport to the winning team, and they'll get a little present from the Mayor of Gosport as well. So join us on the 24th of March. We'll give you details later on. 10-second countdown, Mark, please.
Yeah, we'll come back to some of your questions on that when we go through the answers, by the way.
Yeah.
On question 1.
Question 2. Provide the exact title of the film that has the following character in it, i.e. Forky, Forky, Bonnie, Bonnie, Duke Kaboom, and Gabby. So provide the exact title of the film that has the following characters in it, i.e. Forky, Forky, Bonnie, Duke Kaboom, and Gabby. Exact title required.
So yeah, how come I don't have a Gosport bear? Is that what the mayor is? You could win a Gosport bear.
Yeah,
with
it's
an
well,
official seal from the Mayor of Gosport. I mean, how about that?
Yep.
Is he wearing a shell suit? Is what I want to know.
He is a she.
A she? What? The mayor or the bear?
The mayor. The mayor is a
I
she,
was,
and the
I
bear.
was talking
And
about
the
the
bear's
bear.
a.
You're
No, I
talking
was
about
talking
the mayor.
about. I thought you were talking about the mayor wearing a shell suit. I tell you what, especially for you, in Quizland, all the mayors of Gosport every year, connections. They always turn out to be good friends. I've got to be careful what I say here. But I know the mayor is a great laugh, as they all are. I will get a picture of her in a shell suit to actually go on the certificate. How about that?
Oh dear.
Right, so 10-second countdown.
Well, we are the unofficial
Shell suit
shell
city
suit
of the world. Yeah.
aficionados. Yeah.
Right, so question 3. Who shot Billy the Kid? Straightforward question. First name and surname. Who shot Billy the Kid? And that's not your next door neighbour's kid down the road. It's the outlaw Billy the Kid. Who shot Billy the Kid? In fact, I watched a program today about Jesse James. Quite interesting. He was the first person in the world to rob a bank, and he stole $62,000, which was a hell of a lot of money in those days compared to now. Who shot Billy the Kid? Straightforward question, straightforward answer. First name and surname of who shot Billy the Kid. Ten-second countdown coming up. Question 4. What is the name given to a quadrilateral with 2 parallel sides of unequal length? I bet you're impressed how I read that, Mark. What is
Yeah,
the
you've been
name given to
practicing
a
that one too.
quadrilateral with 2 parallel sides of unequal length?
Yeah, you've been practicing that.
I've been practicing. I didn't know what the answer was.
Let me guess. Maths was never your strongest subject at
I'll
school.
tell you what. Me and your mum were trying to help Sophie with her maths. I gave up with question 10. I had to pass it over to your mum, and we both struggled.
Has Common Core maths reached England yet? I don't know whether if it's called the same thing, or they introduced a new way of doing maths over here called Common Core maths. And the idea is that you write down on paper how you think rather than how you work through a problem logically. And it does make sense in my mind, because it's how you think about problems versus how you write them down and see them. So it does kind of make sense, but
10 seconds out there. Yep.
it's it's bloody awful.
No, I must admit, I just, me and your mum had absolutely no idea. That's a 10-year-old maths, so didn't have a clue. Question 5. What is the largest country by area in Africa?
Yeah, I agree.
What is the largest country by area in Africa?
I agree with you, White Knight. Common Core maths is just, again, if you think about it, it makes sense, but to look at, to write it down, to actually work through it, it's just bananas. It really is.
So, like with Megan, who's the 7-year-old, trying to help her with her maths. So, if you had an apple and you ate half an apple, what would you have? Oh, a stomach ache because I don't like apples, Granddad. That's a typical Megan answer.
Wow, she's not wrong.
Right, so 10-second countdown coming up. What is the largest country by area in Africa?
All right, got everybody's answers in.
See, now I would have got that one wrong. Question 6. What is the name given to the fence 15 of the Grand National Aintree course? So, the Grand National coming up on the 10th of April. What is the name given to the fence 15 of the Grand National Aintree course? And if anyone wants any Grand National raffle tickets, just give me a shout. What is the name given to fence 15 of the Grand National Aintree course?
You're doing a raffle plug. There we go.
Yeah, doing a raffle plug.
Raffle plug.
250 quid for the first prize winner. It's for the oldest military association in the world, the Royal Naval Writers Association.
You'll have to use that as a quiz question at some point.
Yes, I will. So remember that. Yeah. Formed in 1887. What is the name given to fence 15 of the Grand National Aintree course? 10-second countdown coming up.
We should get an RNWA team on here.
Yeah, we should do, actually.
Those guys not playing. Yeah. Get some more old Navy boys on here.
I'll have to advertise it on the Navy websites. And question 7 coming up. In what year did the 1970s The Who drummer Keith Moon die? I'll give you a clue. It's either 1970, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, or 79. In what year did the 1970s and the 1970s The Who's drummer Keith Moon die? The Who's drummer Keith Moon, when did he die? In what year?
Yeah, right. Everybody's got an answer in.
Right, good.
So give you a couple of seconds to change your mind, otherwise we're going to move on.
Just looking at the time.
Yeah, not doing too bad.
How did you Norwich City get on?
We won 2-0 against the mighty Coventry.
Question 8. What was the title of the first novel to feature Sherlock Holmes? Now, if you're not a Sherlock Holmes fan, you might have a Scooby-Doo. But do you know some of his books or titles? If you do, just pick one.
Well,
If you don't,
you realise that he didn't actually write the books, right?
yeah, I did realise that.
Well, no, you just said one of his books. You know, I just want to make sure. Because Scooby-Doo is more your kind of cup of tea.
Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that yesterday, actually. It was very good. But the actual film, as in actors with Scooby-Doo.
In totally random news, only because White Knight is on, I'm now up to season 11 of Supernatural. Only 2 more seasons to go, and I'm up to the Scooby-Doo episode, I think. I basically spent the whole of last year watching Supernatural just so I could get to 1 episode. Because I hear it's good. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, 10 seconds. Well, I finished last night watching the Vikings. I've watched all 6 series. So here we go. Question 9. What is New Zealand's only native land mammal? Time starts now. What is New Zealand's only native land mammal? Did you know this one, Mark?
I probably would have guessed it.
What is New Zealand's only native land mammal? So thanks for joining us again tonight. Very much appreciated. Thanks for taking the time to be with us. Hopefully we've made your evening or not, whichever the case may be, for a Wednesday night. As I say, it's really good that you keep coming back and you're here with us. Hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks, more teams will attend and join us. But certainly on the 24th of March, expecting a big participation. So what is New Zealand's only native land mammal? 10-second countdown.
Hang on a second. I need to refresh. Give me 2.
You need to press F5, Mark, for that.
I was just about to ask you which one do I need to press. Thanks for that.
And last but not least, what was Shakespeare's longest play? What was Shakespeare's longest play?
Well, is this longest full play? Because you've probably only seen 5 minutes of any one of them, so your answer.
And when I say
5
longest
minutes.
play, I believe I mean longest play in words.
I was going to say, or you've probably only seen the movies, so.
What was Shakespeare's longest play, as in, words? Was there, like 500 words or 150,000 words? What was Shakespeare's longest play? Of course, I read all of Shakespeare's works when I was in primary school, Mark.
Of course you did. The comic versions.
Yeah. Well, I was in class to be or not to be. That was the question.
Oh dear.
Right, 10-second countdown coming up. What was Shakespeare's longest play? Going to count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck with your scoring. All the best. Let's go through the answers. How many countries, both in Atlantic and Mediterranean coastline? There are 3: France, Spain, and Morocco.
Right. The controversy or controversial question on this one was, does Gibraltar count?
Does Gibraltar count? Yes, it does. Not.
Clear as
Because
mud.
Gibraltar is Gibraltar, of course, is not on the not classed as being in the Mediterranean. It's in the Mediterranean, but it's not in the Atlantic as such. But it's not classed as a country.
Right. I think that was the answer I was waiting for you to get at. It's not classed as a country. So technically, no.
No. So the answer is 3.
Yes. Clear as mud, right? You should be a politician. Alright, so yes, that was a few people asked about that. I couldn't answer it at the time, because that would have given away the answer.
Question 2, Toy Story 4.
Yes, the UK is a country, but UK is designated a, what is it? Whatever
UK
they
is
call it.
United Kingdom. It's 3 countries.
UK is, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We've moved on. We'll stick it on the board with Tutankhamun. There you go. Hang on. It's Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4. Yep, I got you.
You shot Billy the Kid? The Sheriff, Pat Garrett. Question 4, trapezium. The answer, quadrilateral and 2 parallel sides of unequal length, trapezium.
There was a whole conversation in the Lobsters about wonky things. That was entertaining for a few minutes.
The largest country by area in Africa is Algeria. It used to be Sudan, but then they split. So the answer is Algeria. Grand National is the chair, fence 15. Number 7 is 1978. Keith Moon died. Number 8, Sherlock Holmes, title of the first novel, A Study in Scarlet. A Study in Scarlet. Well done if you got that one. What is New Zealand's only native land mammal? A bat. And Shakespeare's longest play is Hamlet.
Yeah, okay, hang on. Question. Yep, alright.
Right, how did we do? Scores on the doors.
Ooh, it was close. It was close going into that last few questions. But here is your final leaderboard. Actually, it was very close on the top and the bottom. So here we go. Here's your final leaderboard for this evening.
Right, so Cosmic Cabbage on 44, the Frazzle Lobsters, Love and Les on 37, Fivels 35, Interstellar Sea Slugs 25, Team Momo 24, oh, the Fam 23, 25, 24, 23, still at 1 point difference, 2 point difference, Frazzle Lobsters and the Fivels, and 7 points difference between the Cosmic Cabbage and the Frazzle Lobsters. A well-deserved Cosmic Cabbage victory outright. Well done, Yvonne, Jenny, and team. A deserving win. Hard luck, Lobsters. Does that mean your reign has come to an end? Let's join us next week and find out and see. But it's great seeing everyone. And again, like I said, thanks for joining us. Very much appreciate that.
Yeah, it was really close going down to the last few questions. I thought the 5-alls were going to grab second place, so that was a real close one. And all Sea Slugs, the Fam, and Team Momo were all jostling around at the bottom there. So
Yeah,
that
I mean,
was
it was a good one, which proves the point that sort of like mix up the rounds. You know, some rounds are good for some people, others are not so good. So let's see how it goes.
and the Cosmic Cabbage had Sarah, Colin, Graham, and Robin as well. So yeah.
So yeah, so well, credit where credit is due. And as I say, it's really good to see everyone tonight. What I'm trying to do is just take a copy of this and that and everything else, and then I will make certain everyone gets a, because we're keeping a tally of the scores, aren't we, Matt? Mark?
Call me Matt again.
Again, I know. It's been a long day. I haven't been at work. I work harder
yeah,
when
we are. We're keeping a list of all the scoreboards and all the scores and everybody. So don't worry. I know your names and I can see you, even if Les forgets. Like he forgets his own son's name, so
yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it. Cabbages, don't worry.
Yeah, no, definitely don't worry about it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Julia. Yeah, now everybody's calling me Matt. Nice.
yeah. Marky Matt. Yeah, different.
Yeah. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and yeah, we'll see you same time, same place next Wednesday. That was a close one.
Yeah, well done. And again, well done, Cosmic Cabbage. Won it outright, fair and square. Nice one. Hard luck, Lobsters. Can't win them all. See you next week. Take care.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.